Welcome back, everyone. We're going to pick up from the last video. And if you recall from last time, we set up these nodes to have our grade for this one particular video clip. So I'm going to go ahead and select these really quick. Press Command D. And you can see the before and after. All right. What we want to do now is clean things up a bit. We're going to build a little bit nicer node tree. And then we're going to take what we applied from this individual clip and we're going to use it for another clip from this shoot. Okay? So I'm going to start by disconnecting everything here. I'm going to start to organize some of these elements vertically, move them into place. Disconnecting each of these temporarily. Actually going to move the noise reduction over here. And we're going to move this over here. All right. So what I want to start by doing is making a new node here. I'm going to disconnect that one. I'm going to go ahead and separate the grain and the shadow here. So I'm going to leave this as the grain. I'm going to go to my label here. Just name this grain. I'm going to rename this one shadow. And I'm going to zoom out here. And I believe I had my shadow at -0.5 under HDR. So I'm going to set that to -0.5. -0.5 for my shadow under HDR. And I'm going to remove that adjustment here by clicking on this reset button. Okay. All right. I'm going to rename this to curves. I'm going to name this to no grade. I'm going to bring this down, select all these, move them over, and I'm going to take this here and connect that there like that. And this is going to be our ACES transform. I'm going to leave that at the end of the node tree. I'm going to connect the noise reduction directly into that. Then we're going to connect this node grade as an input into all of these nodes. I'm going to right click here, go to node, click layer mixer. Then I'm going to right click on here and I'm going to add input. So by default it had 2, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes here. So we need 5 inputs. I'm going to connect all these in. Then I'm going to convert this, morph into a parallel node. Going to connect that into the noise reduction. And now I'm going going to just slide this down a bit, something kind of like that. Bring this up a little bit. And now we have our note tree, which is going to basically look similar to the way it was before in terms of the final look, but it's going to be a little bit cleaner and a little bit of separation, so you can see everything individually. Before I had the grain and shadow on one node. Went ahead and did a little bit of changes in terms of the labeling of the nodes, and we're basically combining all these so I can make use of some of this vertical space instead of having everything go horizontal. So this is going to be nice. I like the way this looks. So I actually want to make one more adjustment, and I'm actually going to do this on the shadow node. So one of the things that I want to do, I like this, I think it's a great look, but one of the things that I may want to do just to test it out, I may change my mind later, is I want to try adding a little bit more of a dramatic effect, or a little bit of a spotlight effect on her. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the power window here. Make sure I have that on. I'm gonna stretch this out here. And I'm gonna set my softness to about 50. And then I'm going to invert this. So go ahead and hide this here. Now you can see that the shadow effect is basically around her, right? Those adjustments that I did for the shadow, which is -0.50 under HDR, under that shadow node. But this area around her is lighter, okay? So I think this might be a nice look. I think I want to keep it for a little while. So I'm going to stick with that for right now. The next thing I want to do is take this grade and I want to save it, and then I want to apply it to a different clip. So let's go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and click on Gallery. I'm going to right click on this, grab a still, going to now go over to Edit. Let's go ahead and drag in the other clip, which I think is this one here. Yeah, that's the one I want. I'm gonna rotate this -90. This clip was used for a reel, which is why it was shot vertically. Now, I'm going to go back to my color. You can see right now there is really nothing on here. It's just that camera raw, shot in log, no color correction. And you can see when I move my mouse over here, you see a preview of what this looks like now. And I can drag through this to see the effect. So I'm liking the way this looks. So I'm going to right click on it, going to apply the grade, and now you see my grade has been copied over. I'm going to hide the gallery, slide this over, hide effects. Now I have all this extra room to work with. And do this now. So this looks good. So one of the things I'm going to change here is I don't want this effect because this was really specific to that last clip. So I'm going to turn off this power window. And now, just by taking a brief look at this, I like the quality of this, and I didn't have to rebuild that grade. So I am going to just kind of show you these two. And you can see these have a pretty similar look to them, okay? So now you know how to copy one grade to the next. And then of course, depending on your lighting, what's happening in terms of your environment, you may need to make some adjustments to your grade that you copied from the prior video clip. But in this case, I'm gonna keep this how it is for right now. All right, so I hope this was beneficial. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.